Hi guys, this is Jeremy Nett from Permanent Acres. So, I finally got the Count Dooku hilt taken apart. I did end up damaging the hilt a little bit and disassembly right there. Hopefully that'll be covered up by a chrome spot on the hilt. Possibly. Right there is kind of how the assembly goes. So I have to see what it looks like on the other side. Yep, it's visible. But just want to get this all taken apart. Got the claw off, everything. Saberforge really makes their hilts a major pain in the butt to take apart. So they use a lot of shims and such on their hilts. Like this, they had one of these little metal shims in there. In order to get this apart, essentially, I had to drown sections of this hilt in acetone, and then I end up torching the Panasonic battery that they had in the hilt. I literally ripped it apart. They had a protection circuit on there. I end up ripping it that part off of it. Had a decent amount of smoke going off inside the hilt from that, but finally got it all taken apart. So this is the upper emitter section right here, the body, angle piece, the lower with the pommel. Now the fun part, I gotta order a chassis for this thing, get it in, and then I can start putting the igniter board in here. So I'm gonna wire up the igniter to run Neopixel. Just wanted to have one igniter board in my collection since NEC has stopped running. I don't know if NEC's going to end up coming back. And those of you who don't know what NEC is Nigon's Electronic Creations. Nigon's had the i3, which was the top tier soundboard, the hero board for Saberforge for quite a while, until last year in, I think it was May, whenever they went to the Golden Harvest version 3. Saberforge never really utilized the i3 board to its full potential. They didn't go with Neopixel. Neopixel was a pretty good option on the i3 board. Just planning on having a standard Neopixel PCB in there, so I'll probably be using one of the modified TCSS PCB holders and just have that dropped in there. So it's pretty stand-up install as far as everything goes. Started researching into some of the NEC sound fonts off of Saberfont. Going to try to get a good Count Dooku sound font for it. It definitely was a real pain in the butt to take apart. Had to use a lot of acetone. Just bathed this upper portion in acetone. There's the only way that this top piece right here would separate from here was from all the acetone that was eating away at the glue that they used. And the same thing here. If it wasn't for the acetone, I wouldn't have gotten any of this top portion taken apart. But that's what got this to separate from the bottom of this, and this top portion of the emitter to separate from the body. This project will be coming up pretty soon. I'll be switching out all the wiring, everything. They got the recharge port down here. Go through the wiring, upgrade the wiring, make sure it's of top quality. Next video, I'll start working on the assembly of this hilt. I won't start on it until I get a chassis to go inside here to hold the neck board, and then the battery. Recharge port I'm going to keep at the same location on the bottom. Going to see what kind of speaker I can fit in there, and if I can mod this out to fit a 28mm high output speaker. Then I'll probably stick with the single momentary switch on here or see if I can mod this out any to possibly run dual momentary. But right now this has got only a single momentary setup on it. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be using a dual momentary setup unless I do a little bit of a modification to the hilt. I might end up boring out a hole right in here and having a switch inside the claw, since this will fit over like that. So there's the retention screw for the LED module. That's what holds that in place, and the chassis is going to be down in this lower portion. So I could essentially put a switch in here and just kind of hide it in there, hide it in this piece, but it'd have to be a pretty long switch to fit in here. So if I can find a long enough a brass tactile switch, I might drill out a hole like right in here, get some Kapton tape in there, and bond tactile switch here, and drill a hole through the claw to put in a second switch. Just have something that's like right here. Just hit it, ignite it, and then have the bottom one as a secondary switch rather than primary. Thanks for watching this video. Later.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, then please press the like button.
And if you like what you've been watching, please hit the subscribe button.
To see our latest video, click on the link to the right.
Thank you again. Later.